Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Rndr, FET and injective price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna see Rndr if it has bottomed or not, what are the possibilities there, and starting on the daily here where we have a 1-2, another 1-2 there, and potential wave 3 to unfold toward the upside. Low possibility. Highest possibility as of course ABC finished zigzag wave A. We have a very long wave B here to finish up of course and then pushing for higher again toward the upside in a wave C. This wave B, obviously it is three waves down. We have a triangle in between and we start of course to unfold something as three waves down as well in a wave Y, or it can be of course an A, B, and a C, but the wave C here has to be a large diagonal, which it might still of course unfold here something for lower as diagonal, yeah, which I doubt it a little bit. Higher possibility goes for the WX and a wave Y. The wave Y is an A, and then you're looking for a wave B here. The wave C might be unfolding as a small diagonal, which it might hit of course the fib time here, and then of course pushing towards the upside. Now if we want to have a smaller wave Y, it can be possibility here but still very low a little bit, which it can be of course finished here as an A, B, and as a WX and a wave Y, meaning a small wave Y inside it. But I doubt it, guys. It has to be all of it ABC, so I'm expecting still a diagonal here to reach the 0.618 fib time. That means, of course, we might see a little bit higher prices right now in a wave 4, of course, for this diagonal and then pushing for lower. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna move this diagonal there. So as a highest possibilities, this is what I'm expecting here for a Rndr, that it might push a little bit for higher and then pushing one last low before we push for higher. Time is required again for a balance, of course, in between this W, X, and a Y. Okay, we'll see, guys. But yeah, I mean, we're very close for the low. I would say we're very close. It can be, of course, if the market decides to push for higher, well, we take the high. Of course, taking the high here, this is a confirmation for something bullish. Yeah, confirmation for higher prices. But yeah, we need to take it first. So if we dive inside it on the 2 hours chart here, we are looking currently at this potential diagonal. As mentioned, of course, we might have here a zigzag wave 1, and then you have a zigzag wave 2, and then of course you're looking here for another zigzag which is not finished yet. Yeah, 1, 2, and then potentially this is your wave 3 because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So if this is also only A, B, C, it can be as well, by the way. So I'm gonna put the A, short A, and long wave C. Can be because we took the low, because you have also A, B, C there, and potentially another A, B, C. What if we are looking for wave 4 right now? So again, also I'm gonna put as well a diagonal there, signal, so potentially unfolding as one more low for Rndr. Currently, if this is the case for Rndr and we're looking for a wave 4 there, the wave 4 as a diagonal might reach, of course, the following targets here. The perfect target 0.38, 0.5 fib level. We're looking, of course, for this signal. And the 1-to-1 fib level here is taken, of course, for this wave Y in case we are in a zigzag. So it's still can possibility, but only if you have a 1-2 here and then wave 3, 4, and a 5, meaning, yeah, can be a zigzag, meaning finished wave Y here, and a W, X, and a Y internally, meaning this is a W, X, and a wave Y. So, yeah, a little bit low possibility because it's very, very rare to get, of course, W, X, and a Y in a wave Y. Yeah, so in a major wave Y. So yeah, I doubt it a little bit. I go much more higher possibility here for the diagonal, potentially wave 4 and a 5, and then of course start the push toward the upside in confluence, of course, with the time again on the daily as we saw. Yep. So this is regarding Rndr. For FET, as well, we are looking on the daily here first. So for the daily, we are looking as well for a wave A. Definitely, it is a wave A only. There is no the 1-2 because this is a zigzag there, and invalidation given for wave 2. So no way. So basically, we are looking at wave A, and then wave B is unfolding toward the downside, still, of course, taking more time. As expected, yeah, the diagonal is still unfolding there, knowing that, yeah, it can be, of course, this is longer. Let me check if this is a longer wave than the wave 1, wave 3 in diagonal. Sorry, wave 3 diagonal. Well, no, it's not yet. So it's still, of course, a perfect target for wave 3, and it's not longer than the wave 1. And if we are retracing right now, that means, of course, might be the wave 4 and a wave 5 as well, diagonal unfolding here, very likely as well for FET. And that means, of course, we might finish here as a W, X, and a wave Y. The wave Y is an A, B, and a potential C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, hitting the FIP time perfectly, the blue box, and potentially the target, or at least closer to the target here, and then pushing toward the upside, of course, starting in a bull market. On the 2 hours chart as well for FET, we are looking at the following price here. We have, of course, our potential diagonal as explained. So it's still, yeah, below the 1-to-1 fib level. And that means, of course, yeah, playing perfectly as a wave 3 diagonal, 4 and a 5 in case it wants to move up again. So we'll see, of course, how this is going to end up there. Let me clean up a little bit. No need for all of this. So we need to focus only on this price action right now. So we have potentially even an ABC. If the wave C here is finishing up also as an impulse, that means you want to finish up here the wave 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Internally, it's not finished yet. So if we dive inside it, you can see clearly that you have here potentially several 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And even potentially can be considered these double 1-2, yeah, big double 1-2. So we gotta be careful. Yeah, it might dive even deeper. That means, of course, transferring a possibility for F3 as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So it can be even deeper. Okay, it can be simply deeper. So we gotta be careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to reach the time, and of course the target here, and hitting the 886 and then pushing for higher. Yeah, because wave B regular flat can take the 886 most likely even. So yeah, interesting how this bear market is unfolding very, very deeply for the altcoins. So we'll see as well. I'm still expecting, of course, something to push for lower sooner or later. Despite that, now we might see, of course, higher prices. So if we are in a wave 4, by the way, again, um, wave 4 for this diagonal, I would say I'm gonna remove the 0.618, keep it cleaner. Here we go. So our target potentially for a wave 4 there can be between the 20 cents and the 18 cents, yeah, for FET. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So both case scenario can be. Now, how do we know? Of course, well, internally on the 15-minute chart, currently we see something pushing, of course, in diagonal, kind of like 5 ways up. So that's interesting. So if this is the case, that means, of course, we might be in an ABC there, starting to unfold, of course, as an AB and a C hitting the wave 4 target here, and of course, looking for something for lower after all. Okay, so it can be this possibility over there in this blue box. Yeah, higher possibility right now for wave 4 goes a little bit higher. Yep, so this is regarding FET. Finally, we're gonna see Injective. Injective as well took the target perfectly as expected here. And also for the daily, we are looking here at a potential double 1-2 or an A higher possibility. Wave B is still unfolding and potentially not finished yet. The triangle here is out of the scenario, of course. And yeah, Injective is very, very bearish here in an impulse double 1-2 already given on the lower time frame anyway, 4 and a 5, 4 and a 5. Potentially this wave 5 is not finished yet. We're gonna see how this is gonna end up, or potentially even it can be a bigger impulse here to hit the 1-to-1 fib level and the time required. Yeah, so basically on the lower time frame for Injective, we are looking here at a potential 1-2 wave 3, 4, and a 5. Your wave 5 is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. So I would say, yeah, Injective shows a finished structure there. Unless 15-minute chart is still looking for something like lower 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, and then 4, 5, 4, 5. Well, I doubt it a little bit, guys. I doubt it. Can be finished here already, 4 and a 5, but yeah, we still have one more 4, 5 potentially. So yeah, one more low is still even very likely as well for Injective. On the 15-minute chart, we also have those 5 ways up. So very interesting that now we see some kind of like a motive wave. And it can be, of course, a leading diagonal. And of course, we would like to see an ABC or a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. If we get, of course, kind of like a confirmation here, 3 ways down and pushing for higher, this is our first confirmation. Something pushing for higher. Second confirmation is breaking, of course, the 1-to-1 fib level for something as 1.618. And then, of course, this is how the probabilities goes higher and higher. Currently, we are at 50%. If this happens as confirmation, we are at 60% here, 70% above the 1-to-1 fib level, and we might go 80%, of course, once we reach the 1.618 for wave 3. And we would like to see, of course, continuation toward the upside after the wave 3, 3 ways down for wave 4, or triangle, and then pushing for wave 5. Then we are bullish. Yeah? Then we gonna claim a bullish or a bull run here for Injective as well. The same for any coin. I'm looking for the same signals and the same plan here, of course, to claim a bull run. Yep, so this is regarding Rndr, FET, and Injective. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.